aren't part of it, so don't worry about that. But we do place these on a YouTube channel that is accessible through our website, so that if you ever want to go back, find something meaningful, missed a Friday, want to share it with somebody, that those are all available to you. So good morning and welcome to the Mindfulness Broadcast. I also want to send out just a quick announcement that next Friday, we will not be here again. So because of the holiday, I know lots of places are closed on the day after or picking up from being closed. So we will not be here next Friday, day after Thanksgiving, and then we will meet again the following Friday. So I hope everyone gets to join. I am here in Bend, Oregon today for the Working Together conference, and it has been so fun. So we've got lots of people in the conference room over here that would normally be part of what's happening. And we were all chatting about how really I should have orchestrated this where we could have done something live and virtual. So maybe next year. All right. Well, this month, really, we've only had the opportunity to meet twice in November because of different holidays. But I've been focusing on change and gratitude, on kind of keeping this theme happening with fall and with this season. And I'm going to share my slide this morning as I guide us into the practice. And many of you who have gone through the power of intention or essential coaching skills, you've seen this slide. I share it a lot because I think it's so amazing. I think it's such an amazing reminder to us of our humanity and of our process. And so we're focusing today on change. And, again, it's kind of seasonal, right? It's all around us. The season reminds us that change is inevitable. The only thing constant is change. We have no control over change, when it will come, what it will look like. And we have this pain that goes along with our change. And so this is really what I love about this visual, is that it reminds us that our brain's main job is safety. Its job is to keep the rest of this bag of bones alive as we move through time and space. And so it wants safety, and change by its very essence is vulnerable. The opposite of safe. We're going into something that might be unpredictable, something that is unknown, perhaps, something that is new, or maybe we have tried before and didn't succeed. There's stories about it. There's files in our brain. There's messages about it, right? So when we go through change, we are bringing our brain with us. So it is not just about what we're doing. It's not just about eating healthier or drinking less or saving money. It's not about just the doing. It's about the being. It's about the brain. It's about how we are as we navigate change. And that as we leave our habit zone, our comfort zone, the place we know, and move into something new, we will pass through the fear zone. We will. We don't go from habit to growth. We want that. We expect that, but we forget that there's this brain process that comes along with us on the ride, and we can't skip those no matter how we try. And so when we enter the fear zone, our brain doesn't necessarily say to us as explicitly as, oh, this is terrible, turn around, right? What it does is say like, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have another glass of wine tonight? Or, oh, it's so cold, we don't really need to go out and walk this morning, right? And it's very powerful in doing its job to get us back into the comfort zone. And we hear messages and we believe messages, and we start to find excuses or listen to the excuses, believe the excuses that our brain is giving us. We begin to listen to others and how they say, oh, you don't need to do that. You're fine. This is fine. But you're great now. Why would you want to change, right? Our old messages begin to come up. And so it might help with or decrease any lack of confidence or remembering our resiliency or our strengths, our ability to move through this and be in it. So when we bring mindfulness with us through our change, we're mindful of the fear zone. We're not skipping it because mindfulness just means we're leaning into what is. So we get really present with the fear zone. So when our brain says, "Oh, it's too cold," or "You don't look good in those running pants," "You don't, we don't need to do this," or whatever the message is, "You can buy this thing. It's just now," and then we'll start saving. When those messages come and the emotions come with it, and discomfort and all of those things, all we're doing is going, hi, brain. I'm hearing that. I hear you. And thank you. I know you're trying to keep me safe. That's what mindfulness is. I'm not changing it. I'm not controlling it. I'm present with it. I'm seeing it for what it is. This beautiful brain working to keep me safe. And I'm going to be present so that I can remain in the fear zone, so that I can move to learning and growth and reach my goals. So with that, we're going to go into our practice this morning. I'm going to stop sharing. I see some things in the chat. I want to make sure that we attend to those. Okay, great. Things are going on back there with Julia's book. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to close our eyes or take a soft gaze. We're just going to find our body in this moment. And what that means when I say find our body is very often we're kind of running around in this cerebral state. We're thinking, we're doing automatically. And so when we find our body, we literally remind ourselves that this thing is attached to us. We are with it. And it brings us out of just the cerebral state and really into the physical aspect of our being. And so we might wiggle our toes. We might rock back and forth, finding a balance point. We may notice if our shoulders are up at our ears, or if our breath is shallow. I'll sometimes find when I drop back into my body that I'm holding my hands in these funny positions. And so I can just bring a relaxation once I have that awareness, allowing my belly to just relax. And seeing if I can invite a deeper breath into my body. And as we're inhaling, we're bringing an attentiveness up our spine, not a stiffness and not a full relaxation, but just an attentiveness, an energy, an awareness that says, I'm here on purpose, I'm doing something. And feel that energy rise, lifting the crown of the head. Finding this balance between a relaxed front, relaxed belly, an attentive back. Finding our feet or our bottom grounded, rooted. That's what I mean. So meet that wherever you can this morning. And then staying with our state of change, wrapped up in a bow of gratitude. We're just going to start just noticing how we are when we are in the fear zone. What are the internal messages that you hear? Start this next week. I can't do this. I don't know how I would do it, but I don't know how. This won't work. I've tried it before. I'm not worthy of this. When you're in the fear zone, what does your brain tell you in its effort to get back to safety? And rather than fighting that, believing that, denying that, mindfulness allows us just to observe. We just simply observe. We just let it be. There it is. There's that thought. There's fear. There's anxiety. And then we may even go a step further and say, brain, thank you. I know your job is to keep me safe. And you have done a magnificent job. And so while I hear you, I'm going to stay here. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. Bringing a mindful awareness to our humanity can be such a gift to us as we navigate change and as we help others navigate change, which for most of us is our job. Bring your attention back into your body and find your breath as it moves through your body. And as we begin to close, pull any intentions, feelings that you want to bring with you throughout your day. Highlight them, hold them, tuck them in your heart, and slowly begin to open your eyes. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me this morning. Have a wonderful week plus, and I'll see you the week after Thanksgiving. Be well. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.